So all that hour, it still said it was there.
Oh, no.
No, that doesn't make sense, right? Wait.
What? Why did you do... Was it paused the whole time?
No.
Yes, it was. It was paused.
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it was paused, but it kept going.
No. That doesn't make any sense.
Press stop.
Wait. 15.
The whole thing was paused, dog. The timer was running, but it was paused.
Oh, no.
Yelling at me.
Oh, no. How do you recreate
Why do we
that?
still have all this time here?
Because that's when you started recording it. Shit.
No, because I hit record, and it was green and red when it started.
Press this button. Press that button.
I don't want
Press
to
the button.
it.
Press the red.
Welcome to another exciting edition of The Unfinished.
The Unfinished Basement Podcast,
Alongside
ladies and
Phil!
Tim! The guy who didn't fuck up. Tim Murphy.
Yeah,
You know,
I guess it was me.
Wow, you know the things that happen.
I don't give a shit
on
about
a Monday
anything.
night.
I don't even care. It's just a podcast.
Okay.
I know that, but it was good. I know it was good.
Bill's gonna now go 2 hours without a cigarette, so this should
I'm
be
not worried about that.
Well, I am.
Did you guys hear about the Pennsauken man who beat his girlfriend's toddler to death?
No.
Now, should he get life without parole or not?
Oh, Christ. I do want to, well, I made my apologies before. I'm going to make my apologies again to the loyal listeners.
They don't know why we're laughing.
I
You might as well tell them.
apologize.
No. I don't even want to. I really don't.
I apologize.
We just recorded an hour-long show, and
That was
somebody...
phenomenal.
Yeah, it was a good show.
It was a good show.
Somebody fat-fingered the thing.
I did not fat finger the
It
fucking
was
screen.
either that or a ghost.
2:51. It stopped recording for
And
fucking
we
no
lost
reason.
the recording.
And we had no idea, so we just kept talking. But I do want to, there are a couple things that I do want to say yet again that my co-hosts have already heard. I do want to say I apologize to the loyal listeners for the way I acted last week. I had a tough week. I don't even remember what I said on the last show.
That's okay.
Yeah.
No.
I also want to
once
say...
again,
we're not going to rub it
You
in.
don't need to apologize.
No, please don't.
Well, I'm not apologizing to you two. I'm
Thank you.
apologizing.
You didn't learn from the beginning of the last show not to do that.
So now I also want to say, Do or Die is having their 5-year anniversary this Sunday, the 28th. They do a great job. This is for charity,
They're going to have a good time.
for education.
It's going to be a party.
I can tell you, I know we have to be professional here,
Yeah.
but there is a part of me that just doesn't know how to do the show that we just did.
It's going to be better, dude. I know
we're
it
just
is.
going to do it now over again. And I thought that the last show, the show that we...
No, it's the thing. You can't because of the way it is.
No, you can.
You're not gonna, it's not going to be the exact same thing.
Well,
but
no,
it doesn't
it's
matter.
not.
It doesn't have to be.
No, it doesn't.
Because
Yeah.
our loyal listeners don't know what we just talked about.
Which is
for
a
an
shame.
hour.
Yeah, they don't.
And it will forever be known as the lost episode.
It'll be
because
lost.
Well, no, but we don't even...
It's
we're not even-
yeah,
we
it's
can't even hear.
gone. It's gone.
Okay, so let me just go forward here. Do or Die is having their 5-year anniversary on Sunday, the 28th. It's for charity, discounted haircuts, food, prizes, games.
Yeah,
Come out.
Matt, are you setting up a autograph table for yourself there?
I
mean,
will
I
be
feel like
there.
you should,
I have to
and
call
represent
Lindsay
the
tomorrow.
Unfinished
I'm going to
Basement.
call Do or Die tomorrow.
Are they going to have
I'm
hot wings there, you think?
Reserve.
That
I
would be
don't
nice.
know. I'm going to reserve my appointment. I will be there on Sunday. If you would like to meet me, I will be there. I don't know what time. Probably.
He's the guy who's balding.
And so that also to our local listeners, the soft serve ice cream is no longer by the express checkout. It is now, ironically, by the ice cream section.
Which makes perfect sense. Which makes absolute sense.
It's not ironic.
Yeah, there's nothing ironic about that, actually.
And Klein's, it is Klein's soft serve. I had the chocolate vanilla mix with the hot fudge.
How was that?
It was not like Dairy Queen. It was not like CNC, and it was not like Wizard of Ice. But it was good. I give it a thumbs up. It was good. I believe on the Lost episode, I gave it 1.5 thumbs up. It was good. I recommend it. It's $2.99. It's different than the Breyers and the Edie's and the Turkey Hill. It's a soft serve style. I recommend it.
Wow.
And the Oscar goes to...
So it's Klein soft serve. Another thing... was there another thing that I said?
I think that was about it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Now, back to 1986.
1986.
No, I kid.
What did we...
we went over a lot of shit.
This is a first-time thing.
What did you do for your summer?
Yeah, I don't want to...
Matt didn't say anything.
I didn't do
He
anything.
literally said he didn't even want to talk about it.
I didn't want to talk about
I went
myself.
camping twice, which was great.
Yeah, that was a really quick segment.
And
I worked for an asshole all
yeah,
summer.
you work for some
A
dick, and I work
cokehead.
too.
Yeah, I think he's a cokehead.
Yeah.
He probably
Who else emails
he
you
probably-
at 4 o'clock in the morning?
Cokeheads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on.
In the 70s, it was phone calls at 4 o'clock in the morning.
I used to stay up all night.
Now it's email.
I used to stay up all night, but I wasn't on coke. I used to just like...
You were just high on life.
Yeah, I'd get drunk, I'd
Yeah.
smoke weed, I'd sit out front, and I'd be listening to Big Daddy Graham, smoking my cigarettes. I didn't want to go to bed,
Unreal.
Then I didn't want to wake up. What was that about?
It's crazy.
What was that about,
What?
ladies and gentlemen?
I forget what did... You went into something immediately after
Yeah, I'm trying to remember.
his...
Let's see here. There was a story from Good Morning America. Apparently, some lady used the term colored people,
Oh.
and she had to come up with an apology. Now, this is, what was her name?
Amy Robach.
Amy Robach. Not related to Sears Roebuck.
Or Reebok.
Right. She used a racial slur. Is it a slur?
Yeah, I believe it is.
No, you actually... I'm sorry, you got into the comments.
We will. As soon as we do this racial
Okay.
slur. She used the
Oh,
term...
yeah.
She used the term colored people in 2016. Now, I think she should be hung out to dry. No, I don't know. But I said, I kind of like the term colored people.
Wow.
I really do.
I don't know if
See, I disagree.
like the
I
term.
disagree.
I don't think it's offensive.
I think people of color is okay.
It is. So very semantical.
The
People of
wordage
color-
matters.
People of color, okay.
Is saying
Colored
colored
people?
folk or
No,
colored...
stop with the folk. No one says colored folk. Except, like, if you're at a Tennessee
Yeah.
swap meet.
Or Nebraska.
In Civil War
Nebraska,
movies.
probably.
Yeah, Nebraska.
Nebraska, Wyoming.
Yeah.
They might use the word folk.
That's Indian country, though, isn't it?
Yeah, is it?
Indian
Yeah,
country.
Indian.
Indian?
Indian country.
I call them Native Americans because
Well, aren't
they
you-
were the first people to...
Like, you know what? Like, Jew can be slurish, or it can be, like,
Accepted.
Yeah.
Depending upon the individual.
Right.
Jew is
Like I say to people a lot, yeah, my good buddy's a Jew. I say that a lot.
What if I looked at you and just pointed at him and said, Jew?
That makes it wrong.
Is that a slur?
Just like
Jew
that.
is fine. Kite?
It's now wrong.
Well, no,
Whoa,
obviously.
whoa,
Please, come on.
Whoa, man.
Come on.
What?
I mean,
Yeah.
even we have limits.
Really? That is ridiculous.
Throwing a
Uncalled-
word like
Get
that.
the hell out of my house.
around.
Seriously.
There's children upstairs, for the love of God.
Okay.
Sleeping right up there.
Unreal.
All right.
So, Amy, we forgive you, but don't let it happen again.
Yeah, please.
Can we read the comments, Matt? Do you think that would be a good idea?
Well, we just did about 50 minutes ago,
I
but we
feel
can do
like
it
there
again.
was...
Oh, well, first of all, before I read the comments, we got a message from YouTube saying that there is a copyright owner using Content ID. I used somebody's content. I used Vern Gosden's Set 'em Up Joe,
Yeah.
okay, on a previous episode.
And now
I think
they're
it was
making
Tangents.
money off of tangents.
Yeah, and they're going to run a
episode
commercial. They're going to run a
two.
commercial.
They probably already have.
Yeah, they're going to run a commercial. And,
But you know what? We're doing the same thing now.
Sure. We'll just wait till, like, Guns N' Roses gets a hold of...
No, I was under 30 seconds.
Okay.
30 seconds is the
Okay.
limit. They won't touch you if you're under 30 seconds.
Matt's daydreaming over there. Look at him.
Is it recording, Bill?
It is.
Okay.
It is, and that's a good thing. So, anyway, back
All
to
right,
the comments.
Back to the
portion
comments.
of
Let's
last
go with
week's
Mr.
episode.
Tyler McHugh, ladies and gentlemen. And we love Tyler.
Tyler is a good man.
Don't think I
Tyler
forgot.
is a good man.
Don't think I forgot what he did on the talent show in 1996.
Oh.
He played on the piano Red Hot Chili Peppers. I believe it was something about flying, and then and then he wrote his own song. He wrote his own song on the piano.
That's the kind of
And it was
guy
good.
he is. It's the kind
It
of
was
guy
good.
he is.
Tyler could have worked for NASA.
Yeah, he really could have. He could have done anything he wanted.
Yeah.
I always felt that way.
But he's selling lumber, which is a bold,
And
it's a noble profession.
He's probably damn good at it, too.
Yeah.
I
And
imagine.
speaking of Brazil, we talked a lot about Brazil because of the Olympics.
Yeah.
He's banging a Brazilian.
Well, he's married to one.
Or is she Colombian?
I mean, I think at that point that's disrespectful.
Well, we don't know that they ever banged.
I'm
actually.
sure they have.
Okay.
I mean, I'm sure that's happened.
Is she Colombian or Brazilian?
She's Brazilian.
I apologize.
And she's very nice, actually.
I apologize.
Her name's
I just
Mel.
know she's not Cubano. But I'm going to read Tyler's comments. Tyler McHugh. If I had known comments were going to be discussed, I would have made mine more memorable. Perhaps a quote in Cantonese by Kierkegaard or Dick Van Patten. Life is full of missed opportunities. Oh well, this is a great thing you guys are doing, and I hope you keep it up. And Matt, don't let the man get you down. Difference of opinion is what makes life interesting, or creates murderers.
I appreciate the comments from last week.
And they're very true.
Our
and
loyal
heartfelt.
listeners,
Heartfelt comments.
I do appreciate. I
I
appreciate.
feel
our loyal
that there was
listeners.
a lot of sincerity in
No,
that.
there was.
And you know, sometimes
And I paid them off. No, I kid.
sometimes life can hit you in the stomach and knock you to a knee. And last week that was one of those weeks.
That was good.
Yeah, it sure
And
was.
it came to a head, so to speak, at the I was very just not doing well, and it showed, and I apologize. And on the Lost show, I felt was probably my best show, and now it's lost.
It's okay.
Okay.
Would you let it go?
You should let it go.
You got to learn to let things go, man.
Did you ever see Frozen?
No.
Okay.
I don't have children. I'm
Okay.
sorry. I know it's big, though. I know there's a lot
Can
of...
we read the rest of the comments?
Sure,
'Cause I
there's
think
one
we
by
went
the
through
Epic
them all
Penguin.
in the Lost
There's
episode.
one
Epic
by the
Penguin
Epic
had something
Penguin.
to say again.
Does the Epic Penguin hang out at the capital of Trevos, by the way? I was just wondering.
What makes you think that?
I don't know, but I wonder.
I think
Matt!
it's far too literate.
This is the Epic
Yeah,
Penguin.
out there.
Matt.
I love the way he writes. And from one writer to another, I feel...
Well, I'll tell you right now, the Epic Penguin didn't use a comma after your name. But let me just read what he says. Matt, speak up! Exclamation point. Episode wasn't the same with you being so quiet. Oh yeah, Undertaker is the shit.
And listen, that was short and sweet, but yet we all understood what he meant by everything. And that's the sign of a great writer. He can make...
Wait. What about the Epic Wolf? Hold on, Matt. What about the Epic Wolf?
Listen, I like the Epic Wolf.
Well, let's see what he says.
Well, I think this comment was a little lackluster.
Well,
But
you
I
can
like
say that
the
again.
Epic Wolf.
I spell how I want, yo, and don't think I'm not mad. Grr. ... Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point, ... and so on and so forth.
If that comment makes me feel like he's one of Mike's friends.
Mike,
Wow.
Is that wrong? I like
does
the
Mike
Epic
have
Wolf.
friends?
Like, almost that is like he's at a lower level reading level.
No, I didn't
Is
mean
that
that.
kinda-
No, I meant that he's a little younger.
Ladies and gentlemen, a comment by Game Flips. Matt makes this podcast and wouldn't be the same without him.
Yes.
Exclamation.
I don't think that any better words could have been written
Wow.
on YouTube
Wow.
than that. And so I
So your
appreciate...
ego is officially puffed up. Almost. But you can just let all that out at the autograph table at the Do or Die.
I will be at Do or Die on Sunday, celebrating their 5-year anniversary.
Eating
and,
hot dogs and giving out
and it will be for
hand
charity.
jobs? Hand jobs? Autographs. Sorry.
Slapping backs and kissing babies, as Tony Bruno would say.
Oh.
Hey-o.
So,
Thank you.
I believe...
We talked about the Confederate flag.
Oh, the Confederate flag.
Now,
Matt, you were going to say a story, if I remember correctly, about said flag. Something
yes.
you experienced, perhaps.
So I believe it was Monday or Tuesday, and I was on Bristol Road, and our local listeners will understand where Bristol Road is, and a truck, circa 1992, 93, kind of an old, nothing special about the truck, just pleased with the music. Let me
It's
just...
Dixie. I'm playing Dixie.
Why don't you play Tom Petty, I Was
Rebels?
Born a Rebel?
I don't want to get sued.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. They can sue you for that, too.
Okay.
Who can sue me for this?
Whoever owns the rights to
No,
it.
this was from 150 years ago.
Who was the person who recorded the one you're listening to?
Bobby Horton.
Is he still alive?
Did he go to Assumption?
I think he did.
Bobby Horton?
Bob Horton.
Ooh, rough him up. Let's rough him up.
Ah, you little chunky bastard, get over here.
Horton here's a who. Go ahead, man. What happened? So, was it a woman driving a truck?
So, okay.
It wasn't a woman, was it?
So the truck was driven by
I
a
have a
woman.
feeling it was a woman.
Hold on, wait.
Oh, this is what happens when I fuck up, Matt. This is my fault.
This show has gone down the
This
tubes.
is my fault.
It's a dumpster fire, ladies.
All right.
It is a dumpster fire.
It's a little late for us, I think.
It's all right.
But so, okay, so the truck is making a left.
Can we match the same, like, passionate Civil War
No,
talk?
because I just said this 50 minutes ago, and it just seems stupid to say it all over again.
Well,
So
pretend-
change it up.
Yeah, change it.
What about you? You want me to lie about the story? The
Well,
story
you're
is
still
the story.
stuttering over your words like you did on the last one. It's not that big of a deal.
So here's the thing. So the truck makes a left, and it goes by me, and I was taken aback, okay? Because on the back of the truck was a Confederate flag blowing in the wind right off of the back of the truck.
I see.
And I said, in this day and age, I was a little offended by the Confederate flag because, in my view, nowadays the symbol of the Confederate flag meant that you were for slavery. Now, I called Tim up right after because if anybody knows Tim Murphy knows that he is a historian and a Civil War aficionado. And I told him what I had just seen. And he disagreed with me, per usual, and said that the Confederate flag has many different meanings, not necessarily pro-slavery,
Which he's right.
which he is right. But I then said that I look at it as the swastika. The swastika does not mean kill Jews, but the symbol of the swastika nowadays means
Kill Jews.
kill Jews. Kill Jews. And I made that analogy to the Confederate flag, that it might not be exactly what it means.
What's the point?
I like the drums.
I just don't get the point of
You don't
it.
like it?
You can't hear anything. All you hear is that.
You think so?
You have a fucking speaker an inch from the microphone.
Yeah, but he's speaking right there.
Whatever.
Plus, that's not loud, though.
No,
That's
no.
not. That's not loud.
I mean, when it's
Listen.
an inch from the microphone, it's not loud at
This
all.
discussion was so much better the
It
first
was
time
real
around.
the first time.
It was
around.
good. And now you
It's
guys...
going, dude.
Now you're making a joke of it.
I'm not joking
And you
around.
know what
with
it
you.
was a serious
You're
discussion.
playing your own show. You got the music this close to me. Can't
It's
hear a
just
word he's saying.
background music to what he's saying. He's
That's
talking
not
about
background
the,
music.
He's talking about the Confederate
We
flag.
can stop it and play it. All you're going to hear is that because you're so close.
Stop and play it. No, actually don't, because you might fuck something up.
Yeah, let's not stop and play anything. Is it continuing?
I
It's
don't
stuck
know
at
why.
251.
I don't know why it did that.
I don't
I'm so
know
upset.
why. You hit something.
I did.
You did. I saw you playing with the
I
thing
didn't
down
touch
there.
it till 35 minutes in.
Nah.
I didn't touch it.
It was a
Yeah.
ghost. It was a ghost. Now, so I believe that the symbol of the Confederate flag nowadays means
That it's
pro-slavery.
racist.
I could be
okay?
completely
but
wrong.
It can be racist. It cannot be racist.
I just
it really
wouldn't
depends
advertise it.
on who it is. I think there's a house over on Hazel.
There is. There is.
That flies
Yo,
the Confederate
They
flag.
fly it high too.
Real
And
high. Above the American?
Here's.
Is it above the
I
American?
don't remember. I don't even know if there is
But
an
what
American.
was the Union flag?
It was a red, white, and blue stars and
No,
stripes.
this is
Oh, okay.
No, it's the same. Yeah, similar. Listen, back in my old drinking days, I used to think about stealing that flag from Hazel.
Why didn't you do it? We could have it right here, right
Well,
now.
look, they had a tattered old Confederate flag, and I
What, like
think
it was there?
no, it was just tattered. Oh, like the house is run down.
Oh.
It's like the one house right behind Rosewood. I don't even know how you would say it, but
Tattered.
yeah, rats on the west side, bedbugs uptown. Look at me. This show's a mess.
Boom.
This show's been tattered, splattered all over.
Tattered. Boom.
Trevos.
Fuck.
You can't give this show away on 7th Avenue.
No. Can't give it away.
Oh,
You know, we don't have to talk about the same exact
No,
thing.
we don't, but I do think we should talk about 1986.
Really?
I do.
Well, all right.
You had a
do
really good point. 30
I
year,
believe the
30-year
Challenger
marker.
blew up in 1986.
That's
What,
true.
with the teacher on it?
Yes,
Is that the one?
yes, with the-
Oh my
All right,
god.
Look.
You know what's horrible? Our listeners don't understand the
I know, it's not the
tongue-in-cheek
no, it's not the
that
same.
we're necessarily doing right now, and I can't help but do it because I would like to tell the listeners that we were sitting here for an hour, and I believe that it might have been our best episode. And
It wasn't.
It was not.
But it was
not
good.
even
It was
close.
in our top 3.
It was good. It just wasn't that great.
It wasn't that good.
What was better?
Episode 7.
7. Quarter stick.
Quarter stick right.
I thought
Well, you know
8,
what?
9, and
Matt
10 were
makes an
good, too.
excellent point about that. It has the most views ever, but then the views drop off by 100 after it. So maybe episode 7 wasn't our best episode.
Maybe people were like,
Maybe it was the devastation
maybe
of our
it was like,
rise.
that was it.
I was just saying, you know.
Maybe like it blew up like the Challenger in 1986. I mean, that was it. You know, like
Speaking of 1986, Tim,
Well, you know, I've been doing a lot of thinking lately. And we used to do segments on the show like what were the best 80s movies?
right? Yeah,
you know,
I love
what were
those
the top
segments.
20 90s
Those were
movies?
some great moments in
You know,
show
these were good.
history.
Yeah, they were.
Randy
They were.
Quinn was a.
And by the way, I've heard from Randy, and
Has he been listening? or-
well, let's just say we got back into contact. We'll leave it at that. So anyway, I wanted to you know, start doing some more segment kind of stuff, and maybe we will now that the summer's over. You know what I'm saying?
The summer is not over yet.
It's almost over, Matt. It's almost over.
It is almost.
I said almost. Okay.
he did.
I
Twice
said almost.
Now,
You know,
twice now.
and I think
No, but on the Lost Show, you said that it was over.
well,
Kids
well
are
then
go-
rewind it and play it back for me.
Go find it for us.
All right, so look, I want to honor 1986, and this is as far back as we're going to go because we can't go back to 1981 or 83 because we don't remember. We were babies.
I wasn't born in 81.
Right.
I was conceived, but not born.
Right,
And
I
by the
remember,
way,
I was there.
a mistake.
You were?
I asked my mother over and over again. I said, was I a mistake? I must have been a
Why
mistake.
did you beat her over the head with that?
And so
Yeah.
finally, she admitted that she was drunk, and I believe
This
it
is
was
like
New
3
Year's
days ago,
Eve.
right? That you were like,
No.
come on, was I a mistake, Mom? Tell
No,
me.
this
Were
was
you drunk again?
this was like a year or two ago, and she said,
Oh, no
A
wonder.
year or two ago?
Wow, this is why you're
Come
all fucked
on.
up.
"No, I've been fucked up way before that." But okay, so continue. I
No,
don't
I
know.
want to hear
Was
the
I a
story of your
mistake?
conception. Can I hear?
I think
How
they-
many details? did
Well,
you
wait,
get?
I can
she
hear.
didn't
I can.
get married.
I can tell you the story of mine too. I was at my mom's brother's funeral like 2 months ago, and I saw this guy there, and you know
Your
we're
uncle?
talking. Yeah, my uncle. My uncle. Sorry.
Is it funny?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
My mom's brother.
Sorry, continue.
And this guy says, "I remember when you were conceived." And I said, "Really?"
You were there?
Yeah, well, he said, yeah, we went up the mountains one time. We went to one of those love places, and
What?
you know, me and my wife and your father and your mother.
What?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
he might be my
Swingers?
father. No, they're not
What?
swingers.
Like
they
you
just
went
got
to get ice
they
in
got
the middle
room
of the
and
night?
they weren't swingers. No,
You went to get
Right.
ice? Maybe they were.
Maybe he went to get ice.
I mean, if
one
you didn't
time.
look like a complete descendant of your father.
no,
would
I look like
argue.
my
Yeah,
mother's
you-
side of the
well,
I
family.
feel like you look like your dad. I always have.
Really?
You look like a little altered version of Aquan. That's how I see it. That's
Thank
kinda how
you.
I
Thank
see
you.
it.
That's a compliment. Thank
The
you.
comedy the two of you use. I mean, granted, he raised you.
Well, the personality, yeah, but the looks, I always thought I was McConaughey.
Yeah, I feel like you're a good mix of both.
Okay.
honestly.
Okay. Well, look. In honor,
that the
so
point?
this is what we're gonna do. We're
Not
gonna go.
always.
We're gonna go back as far as like. We're gonna every once in a while we'll do a year and we'll pick a year. We'll say what was the best music, what was the best this and that, and you know we'll do 1997. We'll do 1993. We'll do 1989.
93 is a good one.
93 is a great year,
I can't
and so
wait
was
to touch on
Of
95.
course, 93 was a good
94
year.
was a good year. 99 was a good year.
Was 94 a good year?
94 was pretty solid.
94 was
And
solid.
we'll get to that. We have many a week to do this. This segment's only going to last a couple episodes, maybe like 15. You know, there's only 15 quality years.
Yeah, that
you know what I mean?
even
We're not going
wanna
to do
talk
2004.
about. Right.
We're not going to do 2011.
I like 2004.
Did
Well-
you? What happened great in 2004 to you?
Smarty Jones almost won the
Wow.
Triple Crown.
Smarty.
He's my favorite horse.
Pretty sure.
All time. Nobody cares.
Okay. No. All right. So
Other than Frank. Frank is a big horse racer.
Frankie Hoy.
Frankie Hoy.
Frankie Hoy.
Who
Frankie
is pushing
Hoy.
200 pounds now. But I was there the night his daughter was conceived.
Really?
Wow.
And I had not seen his daughter until I now recently became part of the Facebook community. And she's adorable. Finley, she is adorable. But he's getting a little chubby. I digress. Continue.
You just named her.
Yeah.
First name and last name, and said you were there when she was conceived. That is on the internet for the rest of her life.
I wasn't in the room.
Well, Matt. All right, so
But listen, she's adorable.
an
Go
homage to 1986, Matt, if you will.
1986.
What do you think about 1986?
I don't remember much.
Okay, either do I, but this is as far back as we're going to go. Maybe we should have started with 87.
No, 86 is good.
Okay, so let's go with those January 26, 1986, those 1985 Chicago Bears, one of the best defenses in the entire world.
They beat the New England Patriots.
They beat the New England Patriots, yes. One of the best defenses.
One of the best. Although in the Lost Show you said that they were the best defense, and I argued with you because I believe that the 1990-91 Eagles were the best defense of all time, in my opinion.
Well, who were some of the players? Well, who cares? Fast forward a couple weeks, and you have February 19th. And after waiting 37 years, the United States Senate approved a treaty outlawing genocide.
Yes, thank God.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, because 1985, you could kill an entire race, and it would be okay.
It was acceptable. up
So
until
it's
that
great
point.
that Congress approved a law to outlaw genocide,
Yes,
which is
a
great.
complete necessity.
You gotta love
The
America.
Constitution of
Greatest
Guatemala
country in
took
the world.
effect in 1986. I don't know if anyone cares about that.
Is that as worthless as the toilet paper they produce?
Yes.
Okay.
Which, no, I believe they don't use toilet paper.
They use leaves. All right, continue.
The Space Shuttle Challenger blew up.
There was a teacher
That
on
is
the
correct.
Challenger.
And some astronauts.
Okay.
Yeah, police arrested 3 IRA terrorists in Amsterdam.
Really?
Yeah, that happened.
In Amsterdam?
In Amsterdam.
IRA.
And they had the first meeting of the Internet Engineering Task Force.
Fast forward a
Wow.
couple more weeks.
Really?
Yeah.
No, that's interesting.
Wait, the internet?
Yeah, the internet. That's
Internet
interesting.
Engineering Task Force.
What did they
They
do?
were ahead of their time.
It doesn't really go into specifics.
I was big into computers back then. Really, like I was ahead of the curve. My dad used to work at RCA, and we had computers before anyone else had computers.
Can I tell you?
Sure.
That I remember in my basement at Woodland Crossing, my father had a computer, and this was like 1988, and it's just amazing how far computers have gone. Remember, you had the A would flash on and off, and you had to and the computer games back then. I had this one game.
Did you have a Commodore? The Commodore 64?
I don't know what it was. I don't remember.
That's
but
old.
It's an old.
That's
it's
real
old.
old.
You know, you had the
Commodore
the
64.
floppy
Cult
disk.
Classic.
That's
Yeah,
a flash
put
in
the
the
floppy
pan.
disk.
The
in.
cult classic.
It's old. It's before Atari. Or at the same time.
Oh, wow! Before Atari, because Atari was
television,
Atari before
television's
computers?
another one.
Atari was 75, 76, 77, wasn't it?
Yeah, but dude, I'm
Pitfall.
telling you,
Commodore.
Pitfall.
Commodore 64 is old.
No, it's not. It's no.
It
No,
can't
the
be
Commodore
before
64 is
Atari.
from the 80s.
Yeah,
It is.
because
You know
And
what?
you know what? It's the most. Yeah, look it up,
I'm
Bill.
going to look it up.
No,
And
because
first federal
it's-
holiday honoring Martin Luther King Jr. was.
That's right. No, another
a
1986.
lot
Saturday
better
computer,
than
man.
Columbus Day, which I don't follow because
Why?
he raped and murdered thousands, or he personally probably hundreds.
Are you really going back to Columbus Day?
Well, we did it on the Lost Show.
There's
I
the
thought.
name of an episode is called Matt Hates Columbus Day.
And I still hate Columbus Day, and I don't celebrate it. So continue.
I choose to overlook his flaws.
Yes, I know,
I do.
which is
Because he discovered
incredible.
our country.
Yeah, he did. I mean, thank God for him.
He shouldn't be in jail with life without
All right,
parole.
look.
Of course
Oh.
not.
Can you
He's just
imagine? And I'm just
name-dropping
saying,
episodes.
I hate to be ethnocentric. I know everyone thinks I'm a big right-wing racist.
Liberal?
But imagine if the Islamic culture discovered America before the European culture.
I would not.
We'd be fucked.
Son of a bitch.
Sharia
Murphy.
law I don't deal with.
August of 1982, the Commodore 64 was released.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
And
I
wait a
will
second.
take my money in 20s and 50s.
And what else was in August of 1982?
Your birthday, man. And so was Noel's and Joe Griffiths'. But you don't hear them bringing it up 3 weeks after the fact. All right?
That was a great year.
April 29th, 1986, Roger Clemens sets the record for the most consecutive strikeouts in a
It's not
nine-inning...
consecutive strike.
Wow.
No, it is.
It can't.
No,
you
you're
struck
right.
out 20 consecutive batters. That would be insane.
Why did I say consecutive?
I don't. You like the word?
I do like that word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Top Gun came out in
Steve
1986.
Gano's favorite movie.
Yeah.
Loves
Please,
that movie.
very corny movie.
Quick thing here. Atari was released in 77, like you stated, known as the Atari VCS. But it was a release then, but didn't gain true popularity till 1982 when they changed the name to the 2600. Then stocks took off. And the Commodore 64 was invented to try to challenge it and gain money.
Okay.
Because of
The
it.
Commodore
Now,
wasn't
can I
invented
say
to try
something?
to...
Can I say something?
It was put out against it.
I'm going to say something.
That's what it said.
Bill used to be a gamer. His brother Michael is a gamer.
You used to be and you're not
I
anymore?
don't really play it.
Good, dude. It's freaking...
Okay.
It's-
Pitfall.
I don't think it's that
Pitfall.
big of a deal.
No, it's good, dude.
I don't think
You can waste your life.
kids nowadays.
Pitfall.
I
Is,
still play sometimes.
Pitfall
It's
Harry.
not like I did.
Pitfall is one of the top 5 greatest video games ever invented.
It's actually not that good.
It wasn't that good. The
Oh
original.
my God! You
It
guys,
doesn't hold up. It doesn't hold
It
up.
doesn't hold up.
You
It
guys,
doesn't
At
hold
that moment in your life, it was great.
Yes,
I'll agree
yes,
to that. I thought it was
yes.
the coolest thing
you guys
ever.
are a prisoner of the 21st
Dude,
century.
I
You
slaughtered
are.
nations in games at this point. And you're talking about a freaking 8-bit little guy who barely even looks like a guy grabbing onto a little stick that was really hard to do because it didn't even... You
I
would
love
jump
the game.
and completely jump through it.
So do you scoff at Double Dragon because it's
No,
only
Double
16
Dragon.
bits?
Double Dragon was
Totally
solid.
different era.
Nintendo
It
was
solid.
better than Atari.
Nintendo was way better.
Atari doesn't hold up.
It doesn't hold up. It doesn't.
Nintendo was great.
It's like the first Batman movie.
I
Everybody
didn't say
remembers
Atari,
it and
I
loved
said-
it, but it doesn't hold up.
Oh, I didn't think it was good at the time.
Really? You didn't like
Yes,
it?
no, I did not. The second one was good with Danny DeVito.
Oh, yeah. DeVito
You know?
kills it in that.
And Christopher Walken, too.
Chris Walken. So you're saying you didn't like Jack Nicholson's Joker?
No.
You didn't like Jack Nicholson's
I didn't
Joker?
think the movie was that good.
I
Jack
get that, I
Nicholson's
get
good.
that. I'm
No,
changing,
Jack Nicholson's
I'm changing gears. How do you feel about Jack Nicholson's Joker?
fine. I don't know. I don't feel one way or the other about it, to be honest with you.
Really?
Yeah. Maybe a little weak.
Yeah.
Maybe a little just average.
Like it could have been better.
Could have
If it
been
was
better.
Clint Eastwood,
Yeah.
you would have loved that Joker.
If
If
it
it
was-
was Clint
They
Eastwood,
would never cast Clint Eastwood to do that. That
You,
would
but
never
you
happen.
guys would. If you guys
I
were the
wouldn't.
casting
No, I wouldn't.
directors.
No, I would not.
Quote another Unforgiven quote.
Yeah, we
Just
could
do it
we
right
could,
now,
yeah,
Murph.
You know, I love 2016. We could order Commodore 64 for $30. Right?
Really?
Yeah, if we want.
$30?
$30.
Are you kidding?
And television's $40.
$30 for a Commodore?
I remember going to the Columbus
I love
flea
the
market
Commodores.
and buying an Atari just because they had it for
Yeah.
like $15.
Now listen.
On you.
In May 25th, 1986, Hands Across America, at least 5 million people form a
That's
human
crazy to
chain
me.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
really interesting.
from New York City to Long
That's
Beach, California
unbelievable.
to raise money to
Coca-Cola
fight.
sponsored or something. I feel like
Why don't you ask your uncle?
I probably should.
I was a
probably
Pepsi
should.
guy.
I just remember
some
that
people
commercial.
were Coke guys. I was a Pepsi.
You like
guy.
That is true. Some people are Coke people, and some people are Pepsi people. You are right.
Oh, Christ, it never ends.
The Boston Celtics, blah blah blah.
I was a big Larry Bird fan.
We all were.
Robert Parrish.
We all
Kevin
were.
Spain
McHale.
finally recognizes Israel in 1986.
Spain? It took
Really?
Spain. That what an anti-Semitic country.
Recognizes
I mean,
Israel.
are you kidding me? The Spanish
1986.
Inquisition. Do you know what happened in the Spanish Inquisition?
Christopher Columbus was Portuguese?
No, he was
Spanish.
Italian. He was Italian,
Was he Italian?
but he sailed
that
for the
explains
Spanish.
everything.
He sailed for the Spanish crown.
Okay, all right.
They were basically like corporations back
Yeah.
then. You know what I mean?
It's all about money.
yeah,
yeah.
they paid.
Similar
They
to
wanted
now.
to pay for the jewels that he stole from the people of the West Indies, which he just shot people.
That's,
and
I was
slit
just
their-
going to
well, he
say,
didn't shoot people.
he
Did
killed those people.
I don't know.
I don't know if he
slit
shot
their
them, but he
throats,
killed them.
But he raped them before he slit their throats, and then he took their
Yeah,
jewels.
probably.
But yet
You know
he has
what?
a holiday.
He wasn't as bad as the guy who took Mexico City, Cortez. It was like a couple hundred guys destroyed a whole empire.
Yeah.
It was.
Wait a second. Okay. I don't want to. This is the last time I'm going to get into it. But Cortez, do you like Cortez? Is he okay to you? Because Christopher Columbus, you think is a great man, but Cortez, for some reason, is much worse.
Well,
What's the difference? When
I didn't
you
say-
rape and murder people,
I didn't say anything.
I
didn't say
should
anything.
Christopher Columbus
No.
be given the death penalty?
Do you like history?
Not as much as you do.
I don't give a shit about the Spanish who conquered Mexico or the Mexicans who lived there before they got conquered by the
asked you a
Spanish.
question.
I like history.
And I'm pointing at you.
Go ahead.
Do you believe that Christopher Columbus would deserve the death penalty?
No.
Why not?
Well, look. I don't know what he did behind closed palm trees.
He raped
in
and
Hispaniola.
killed people,
I'm not going to get into that.
and then conquered a land that wasn't his.
No, he didn't conquer
Tim.
a land. All he did was discover.
Tim,
he didn't conquer
in
it.
1986, do you know the word channel was added to the English language?
That's a tunnel underneath the English Channel, which I find incredibly amazing.
A railroad tunnel
It's
under
just
a canal.
air. It's no water in there.
Under a canal.
That's so weird.
It is weird.
That's crazy.
It's a modern marvel of engineering.
Yeah.
Is what it is.
Modern marvel.
You know what I
would
mean?
agree with that,
the
absolutely.
English channel.
The channel.
But the English channel the channel wasn't completed till the 90s.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, interesting.
But
Can I-
I guess they started using the
Can
term.
I say
term,
something?
yeah.
Sure.
And this is totally off topic.
Go ahead.
But
It's fine. It's fine.
I believe that there are other life forms in this universe.
Okay.
Can somebody explain to me how the pyramids were made 5,000 years ago? Is
hold
that
on. I'll get
amazing?
back to you.
No, then you're poo-pooing it. That's
Slave
fine.
labor.
But-
Slave labor, yeah.
But Jesus, I mean, it goes with the sun perfectly. The sun goes down right
You know
behind
what I
it.
know about
How
the
does
pyramids?
that happen?
The pyramids weren't built in 1986.
That's
so-
true. That's true. We're gonna have to.
But you know what?
But you
John
guys
Paul
are like, it's a
II.
modern marvel that the channel was built, but you have no opinion.
Yeah, but we're doing
on
a
that the
segment,
pyramid-
and the segment
do you know
is
what
called
I'm-
we did this
1986.
segment
Wait a minute,
We're not
40
done the
minutes
segment.
ago.
Do you know what I admire about the ancients that I don't admire so much about art? Like even like the Egyptians, the English with Stonehenge, or the Brits with Stonehenge, and then Christopher Columbus and all those the Age of Exploration people. They could navigate the sea, and they knew so much more about the stars and space than we know.
Well, that's what I mean.
That's what I like.
I believe that the aliens.
There's no aliens.
I believe in aliens.
Do you really?
I do.
You should look into Professor David Jacobs from Temple University. Look him up. Look at some of his videos on YouTube.
I watch Ancient Aliens on the History Channel.
You have to look up David Jacobs. All right? So,
David Jacobs.
back to July 5th, 1986, Tammy's birthday. Happy birthday, Tammy. The Statue of Liberty is reopened to the public after an extensive refurbishing.
I don't find that interesting.
Well, it's all union labor. They had a scaffold. If you ever see a picture of it, you will be like, wow. Because they have scaffolds all over the Statue of Liberty.
Wow, but the pyramid was built 5,000 years ago, and you guys think it's no big deal. It's just slave labor.
1986. 1986.
86.
Oh, man.
Jesus Christ.
Christ. I like the 1986 segment last show.
Wait a minute.
There is
August
no-
20th, Edmond, Oklahoma. U.S. Postal Service employee Patrick Sherrill guns down 14 of his coworkers before committing suicide.
Wow.
I guess that's where the
The
term going postal
Going
comes
postal,
from.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Indeed.
See, now murder-suicides
Do
are
you
like...
remember that movie?
Oh, it's
Fall?
Tuesday.
Do you remember that
Yeah.
movie Fallen?
Yes, that was a very good movie.
That's he went postal.
You
Remember
mean
when
falling
he
down?
goes, falling
Falling down.
Matt?
yeah.
Did you mean falling down, man?
Yes.
Jesus.
Yes.
Michael Douglas.
When he
Yes.
goes into McDonald's and it's like 11:01 and he wants a breakfast
I
sandwich.
kind of imagine you doing something like that. There's a golf course scene, too, in that movie. And he pulls an automatic weapon out on the golf course, and he points it at this old man, and the guy has a massive fucking heart attack and dies right there.
That was
He
maybe,
killed him without actually pulling the trigger.
That might have been Michael Douglas's one of his top 3 movies.
Yeah.
I don't find him that great of an actor.
Really?
I really don't.
Michael Douglas.
What has he been in that's been that great?
That Wall Street movie, right? I think. Bill
Oh,
swears
yeah,
by
where he
that
plays
movie with Charlie Sheen.
Gecko. Gecko's his character name.
I remember them yelling at each other.
It was
Back.
1986, so let's go with 1986. Okay, you guys
All right,
want to continue
sure.
with the segment?
August 31st, 1986, the cargo ship Con Sea departs from the docks of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania,
Oh, with toxic.
carrying 14,000 tons of toxic waste.
But where did they put
It
the toxic
wanders the
waste?
sea for the next 16 months, trying to find a place to dump its cargo.
Wow.
And then they decided on Camden.
Camden, New Jersey.
Of course.
They actually saved a little bit for Trenton, too. But
How about Newark or Jersey City or
no,
Pleasanton?
we're sticking with the Delaware this time. On October 22nd, 1986, I never knew this before today.
It's my third birthday.
In New York City, WNBC radio traffic helicopter crashes into the Hudson River, killing traffic reporter Jane Dornacker.
Very
The
sad.
last words heard on the air were Dornacker's screams of terror. Hit the water, hit the water, hit the water.
See, that's
crazy.
Sad.
That
It's
is
sad
crazy.
because
I was born that day.
Live on... That was your birth?
That was the day I was born.
Wait,
3 years. That was my third birthday. I'm sorry.
stop with that.
But it was my born date.
Oh,
was the
it was your
day.
birthday. It was your birthday.
Yeah. Yeah.
it's just sad to die.
Actually, hold on, wait. They actually said her last words were, "It's Bill's birthday. It's Bill's birthday. It's Bill's birthday."
You guys are cracking up over some poor woman's day, and
It was
maybe.
32 years. No.
30 years.
Oh,
30
and do you
years
think her
ago.
family has forgotten?
I don't
She's
you
gone
think-
but not forgotten.
I don't know. I imagine that's how they look at
What
it.
if her son or grandson is listening to the show?
They're
Do you know
not.
what they say about Elvis?
About who?
That he is not dead.
The king is gone, but he's not
Well,
forgotten.
Neil Young said it.
Yeah.
So.
This is the story of Johnny
Johnny
Rotten.
Rotten.
One
Anyway,
of my favorite songs.
October 27th, this is for Aunt Sue. October 27th, the New York Metropolitans defeat the Boston Red Sox in Game 7 of the World Series.
Huge Mets fan.
Absolutely.
Loves Gary
Yeah.
Carter.
Okay.
Keith Hernandez,
Compliments to Bill
Mookie
Buckner.
Wilson.
Compliments of Bill Buckner
Yeah.
and Mookie Wilson.
Yeah.
She loves Mookie Wilson and Keith Hernandez and Gary Carter.
I love Gary
Nails.
Carter.
Nails.
Loved
is
his
on
hair.
that team. Nails is on that team.
Boy, man.
Lenny
just-
Dykstra.
Did you hear him?
Oh my!
He's
God,
horrible.
dude.
He's
He
horrible.
has just lost his freaking mind. He's a caricature, and he
He is.
goes on these interviews to sell
Howard
his
Stern.
books,
He's horrible. And they make fun of him. And he doesn't even know it.
Oh
Yeah.
my God! It's
He has wet
sad.
brain. He has fucking wet brain.
Do you know when I played Little League Baseball, I used to go up to bat and do the thing with the helmet where he used to use his wrist to fix his helmet. Then he put the bat down and then put it up right at the... I love Lenny Dykstra. And now they make fun of him constantly. Everybody, they want him for an interview just to trash him. And he doesn't realize
Yeah,
it.
it's sad. It's sad.
And listen,
He's making a little bit of money, though, but, you know.
yeah,
He
but
is
I think
bad.
he's got to
He's made
give it
a lot
all
of-
to the
he's-
taxes.
He's
made a lot
brain
of
dead.
bad
He's,
decisions.
he's brain dead.
Yeah, why is
Drugs.
he brain dead?
Drugs. You can get something called wet
Pills,
brain. Yeah, well,
probably.
pills are even worse. Pills
Well,
you can go down.
I'm guessing 'cause it wasn't just cocaine or anything like that. It was probably pills that have
Everything.
made him like this.
Yeah, yeah. No, now he is permanent. Now he does pills. You know what I mean? Like he takes meds. Because I was listening to his,
It's just sad,
you know, the interview
man.
with Howard Stern, and Robin's like, "What are you on now?" And he wouldn't say, but like you could tell he was on something.
He,
You know what I mean?
He did an interview for a local TV station, I remember, and they're just making fun of him.
Yeah.
And like, you know why, and he just doesn't understand it, you know?
And that is basically all I have for 19. Oh wait, hold on. There's December 20th, 3 African Americans are assaulted by a group of white teens in the Howard Beach neighborhood of Queens, New York. One of the victims, Michael Griffith, is run over and killed by a motorist while attempting to flee the attackers.
It's
Wow.
just,
Racial strife in New York City, ladies and gentlemen.
it never ends. It'll never end.
And that is it. That's all I got for 1986, folks. Except for the music. You want to hear some of the music, Matt?
No.
No, you don't?
No.
Papa Don't Preach?
Papa don't preach.
See, I knew he would. He can't say no.
Papa don't preach.
Take My Breath Away? I count 3 and pray?
Dom dom.
Is Breathe?
Boom boom.
From
No, but
1986?
Sledgehammer is. And Higher Love by Steve Winwood. Come on.
Oh,
Come on.
one of my favorites.
You Give Love a Bad Name, 1986. Slippery When Wet, Bon Jovi. Take Me Home Tonight by Eddie Money.
Me home tonight.
Yep.
See, and he always does his Rob Thomas thing at
I
the
do
end
know
of
that.
every year. Like Rob Thomas.
Dude, you know how
Explain
I
that,
feel
Rob
about
Thomas.
that.
What do
Rob
you mean?
Thomas. Okay, so Bill kind of doesn't like it, but everybody at the fireside on karaoke Sundays kind of feels the same way, and we don't say it in a bad way. And I joke with him because he hates it, but it's not really a bad thing. Bill actually has a decent voice. Okay, it's not bad, but he turns every song into a Matchbox 20 song. he
Not
does
true.
the thing with his like he does
The
like
yodeling, yarling kind of deal?
Yes,
Okay.
and it's
No, I
like
don't.
he does.
But
and
everyone
it's-
says you do.
No, Matt. says
everybody says you do.
that. Matt says that.
But I like take a hammer and put it home because he hates it.
Did you know that
But
the USSR
he
launched
changes something.
the Mir space
course.
station into
What happened now?
Earth's orbit?
What happened?
86.
What happened?
The Mir. Sorry, the Mir space station.
Can you give me a little 3 a.m. or push?
Wow.
He also does Mumford and Sons very well.
World
Lover
I
of
hate
the-
them. I hate
He
them.
loves Mumford and Sons.
Hate them.
But he does do
I
Lover
like
of the
Mumford and
Light.
Sons.
He
You'll,
does.
you'll like them in about 7 years.
He
I
does.
don't like them.
In 7 years.
I won't.
you
I know
will,
what they are.
Because
I know
that's
what-
how you are.
No.
7
Trust
years
me.
from now,
I will never
you'll
like
like
I
Mumford
don't
and
mind
Sons.
the Mumford and
I
Sons.
like maybe one song or two here, but I don't like what they're all about.
Which is
They're
what?
about
I don't
the
know.
Irish.
I don't
you
care.
Don't
like
even
them.
know what they're about.
Yeah,
I've
what
heard
are they
them.
about?
I deny them.
Give them 7 years.
Schmidt,
You know
Schmidt.
what?
Mark my word. I will never like
Listen,
Mumford and
I
Sons.
think
While they,
I won't. And don't say I will again. All right?
so I do
I
want to say
feel like you
7
might.
years. If you're bored on a September day when it's raining, watch 7 Years in Tibet with Brad Pitt. It was a really good movie. No, it really was. Don't roll your eyes.
Well, why would I
That
do
is
that?
so-
I'm just
yeah,
going to probably
I'm
watch
curious
a,
of
It's
how
a-
you even-
Diamond,
Blood
whatever.
Diamond.
Blood Diamond. Yeah,
Blood
Great
Diamond.
movie.
yeah.
Wow.
That's probably one of the top 3 movies of all time, right?
It's definitely in the top
Uh,
5. It's definitely in the top 5.
Blood Diamond. I
Yeah,
kid.
Mike
I kid.
Tyson
So here
sexually
we go.
harassed a woman in Albany, New York in 1986.
Who?
Mike Tyson?
Yeah.
Okay.
Albany, New York. Sexually harassed her. in
I need a real
1986.
Sharpie.
Mike Tyson Mike Tyson to me is like weird in terms of what do you
Of a human being? Yes, he is weird.
no because
1986,
I feel like he's
check.
gonna go off the rocker, but maybe he doesn't anymore. Like maybe he and I don't think he has anymore.
Word for word, Voyager 2, first Uranus flyby.
Wait, guys.
Requesting
Wait
a
till we...
flyby.
Seriously?
No, Maverick. Requesting flyby.
Negative, Maverick. The pattern is full.
Wait till we get to
That's for Steve
1988.
Gato if he listens.
Wait till we get to
He does.
1988, Matt. The memories are going to be, overflowing. They're going to be abundant.
You know what's weird is the 80s and 90s, and I know this is weird and you guys will roll your eyes, but I think about them in terms of baseball cards. Like I remember kind of what the baseball cards
Right,
looked
like a
and that
Donruss, 1993 Donruss
Fleer.
card. Sure.
Flair Upper Deck.
Steve
Upper
Schatz.
Deck was the new kid on the
Steve
block.
Schatz.
Let's not kid ourselves.
Don't forget Steve
No,
Schatz.
you have to.
Steve Shorts.
No, but you have to.
Steve Shorts.
But you have to say
Steve
where you got that
Shorts.
from.
That's
Is it
great.
recording, Bill?
Yes, we're still
man.
going, and we're officially at 45 minutes.
Wow. That was a long 45 minutes.
I know.
Um,
Well, when you're doing
This is 2 shows in one.
redundancy, tends to.
Are we going to stop at 2000 or are we going to keep going? Like, are we going to do 2008?
I think I stopped at 2000.
Okay.
To be honest with you.
I know what you mean.
Actually, college was fun for me. But
Yeah.
Although we did get into a lot of fights with frat boys.
Well, why don't you tell us one? of
Well,
those
I
stories?
remember Tim seemed to get us into trouble at frat parties many
Except for
times.
the ones that Matt got us in trouble.
Well, I did get us in trouble sometimes.
I'm
Those
sure
were-
you did.
Yeah, those were our younger years. But I remember one time at SIGAP, Tim tried to steal I don't know what it is. It's like this thing that they put on the wall, and it's like big to them. But whatever the case was, and I'm like, Tim, I don't think we should do that. And as we're walking out, we were surrounded by like 15 frat boys who hated us. And whatever the case, we got out of it. Then Tim decided to throw a rock through Sig something.
No, that was a house party that I threw a rock through the
He
window.
threw a rock through, and then the whole next day we're walking through campus, and we have to like look
Dodge
around.
and
We have to
weave.
watch our backs.
That's actually
because-
awesome, though.
Yeah,
That's
no,
like
it was interesting.
a way better
College
day at
years
school.
were.
We got kicked out of a party because
We got kicked out of many.
we got kicked out of a party because the people whose house it was, they were like on like LSD or whatever, and we were like the party poopers who we were drunk and we were on other stuff, and like, and they're like, you guys have to leave, because
Yo,
we were
you're
messed
killing
up.
our vibe,
Yeah,
man.
they're
And
like,
Tim said,
no,
you want us to
yeah,
leave?"
we got kicked out. I said to Lauren, I'm like, look, you go back to the dorm. I'll meet you there, right? And she went back to the dorm.
I have things to
and a
attend
rock.
to.
I found a rock, you know?
And then
How come
it,
there's so many
days.
rocks
and then it
on
found
city
a new
streets?
home. That makes no sense.
doesn't make any
really.
I never understood, and I just never understood the whole frat thing. They would walk around in their boxers.
Well, imagine if
to
you
become friends with people. I never got it. I never understood it. Like me and Tim, we didn't need to walk.
Do you know
around in
I
boxers.
also hove a brick through a van window? I was coming home from the police station. Okay, I forget while I was there.
Well, you figured they weren't following
Right.
you, so you might as
But
well.
I wanted a ride from one of those Temple Owl shuttle services.
Yes.
And I tried to flag them down, and they wouldn't pick me up.
So you decided.
So I hove a brick through their window, and I used the word hove
Yeah,
liberally.
it's a good word. It's a good
It
word.
is a good word.
That he got from the education at Temple. The
I
story
did. I did.
from another place.
Yeah, Temple. There were some stories. We had a carpet in our dorm that we used to call the magic carpet
It's true.
because what would happen was we would ash on it, we would spill beer on it, we would spill cheese sauce, we would spill whatever.
Never cheese sauce.
Probably
Sounds a little
cheese
far-fetched.
sauce.
sauce?
A little far-fetched.
Probably,
Beer.
but it would
Get with the beer.
disintegrate. It would disintegrate into the
that's
carpet,
true.
and there would be no stains. And so people would come over, and when
wouldn't
we were
even be wet.
drunk or high, we would always be like, "Yeah, watch this," and we would just spill things on it, and it would just go. Whatever happened?
Those are the good times. Those are the good times.
That I did not know.
Oh well, make his day, baby.
That's unreal.
Those were good times, Matt.
No, they were. Listen, until Tim and his two buddies decided that they didn't want to be friends with me anymore, which I didn't know. It came as a surprise to me, but I understood it.
I didn't have anything to do with it.
And
I was
they-
your roommate the following year.
And they kind of cast me off.
Oh my God! Like what?
What?
Cast you off like what?
Like I was worthless and excluded me from all those.
I was your roommate the next year. Remember that?
I believe it was Alex, whatever, and Archit.
We love
Chris
Christian.
Archit.
We love
who-
Christian.
Listen, and I'm fine that Tim still loves him, and I'm sure there are some listeners who like Chris Archit. I think he's a scumbag.
Wow.
And I did try to fight him.
20 years
And he
I
backed
know.
down. And he backed down. Did he not, Tim?
No.
I threw my keys at his face and say, "Let's go." And he's like, "No, I'm not
Does she have a
gonna
wife
go."
and family now?
Christian's turn the other
Does she
cheek.
have a wife and family now?
Yes.
Oh my
Yes.
God, man.
You should
No,
erase
whatever.
that part.
It's-
You
No,
should
I'm
erase
not
that part.
gonna.
I'm
I'm not
kidding.
gonna.
No,
I
I'm
apologize.
kidding. I'm kidding.
I
You don't
apologize
sound
on
like
behalf
you're
of him.
kidding.
You don't.
Oh, I'm kidding. I'm joking. Whatever.
Jeez, treat him like a frat boy.
Yeah.
You know, or like some house party.
He was from Wood. He was one of our own.
He was a good guy, very good guy.
No,
a humble.
listen, I have no problem with Chris. Whatever. I haven't seen him.
Whatever.
It hasn't been 20 years.
16. 16
It's
years.
close
You
enough.
hear that song?
It's close enough.
That is pretty disgusting.
What?
That
The
it's
time
been-
flies?
That it's been 16 years.
Unreal.
Well, there was
nice.
something else, I think.
Ryan Lochte we talked about.
Yeah, but not in this episode. I don't think we did.
In the Lost episode.
Yeah, we don't need to go through that, again, right?
Unnecessary. I feel like we're gonna call it. We got 51 minutes on here.
Do we?
Yeah.
Let me just say this.
Last thing.
Route 1 is a shithole.
Yeah, it
And the
is.
Chamonix Inn is
From
a
Old Lincoln in one direction to the other, as far as I'm concerned.
Route 1 and Route 13. Route 13 has Route 1 beat. Route 13 is a total shithole.
Yeah, it is.
Route 1 has its spots.
And now
does.
your wife, Noelle,
Yes.
you cannot make that
that left.
circle.
Coming off 95.
On,
Jug handle.
driving north on the boulevard, you... Oh,
gotta
do
get
you
to
want a
the
cigarette?
far
Bill?
He wants a
No,
cigarette.
that's not mine.
You want a cigarette, Bill.
That's not mine.
I can see it.
Guys,
What
I
can
just
you
saw,
see?
I just
can
saw
see it.
Teresa from Wawa, your girlfriend, the depressed cashier. I just saw her.
That's Matt's
Not
girl.
too-
I don't go into Wawa much anymore.
How's the quitting smoking going?
Not well. I had one last night.
Why?
I don't know.
You don't have to tell me. Tell yourself.
Oh, I
Look in the mirror.
I looked in the mirror. I was not happy with myself in the morning.
Jeez. And why did you have just one? I would have had 40. Is that a bad word?
Kikes.
We don't go there. We don't go there.
Was that this episode or was that the Lost?
I
one?
think it was this one. I think it was
I
this
hope
one.
it was, because
No.
otherwise we would sound really bad right
Oh, I'm
now.
working in Kensington, by the way.
Oh, that
Oh,
sounds fun.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's cool.
I always tell them bring a box cutter when you have to work in Kensington.
I-
Why?
I
There'll be
will
plenty of them laying on the ground.
Oh, you know what I hate? You know what's a pet peeve of mine?
Well, also the fact that you can't use the jug handle to go onto Old
gotta
Man
make a
Highway
left,
anymore.
which
You got to make a left.
sucks. Yeah,
You got to move 6 lanes to your left if you're coming off Woodhaven.
Which your wife was not happy
Right,
with.
and she doesn't.
And she doesn't believe it.
She doesn't believe in it. She doesn't. Not that she doesn't believe in it, because she believes in it.
She knows
she
it's
doesn't
real.
do it. She knows it's real.
She refuses to do it.
She doesn't give a fuck. Which is
cool.
why I respect.
I like that.
But you know what I hate, and I really do. I really hate them. Testicles hanging from the back of trucks.
Excuse me?
Testicles hanging from the backs of
Yeah,
trucks.
I mean, children can see that.
It's disgusting. Did we talk about this before?
Talking
No.
about?
It is absolutely disgusting.
Am I missing
Have you lived under a rock for the past 10 years?
Box? You live in a box?
Testicles?
On this Confederate flag truck you saw, did you look at the
It
tailgate?
probably had
It
testicles
probably had
hanging from the
testicles.
hitch.
Oh.
You ever see those things?
Yes.
That's horrible. It should be against the law.
Okay, I thought you guys were actually talking about.
A truck having testicles?
No,
They don't make those
just
yet.
Like,
But with the
I
advances in
I'm
biology,
sorry.
Yeah,
it's
soon.
coming.
Soon, Chevy will release the first one.
My boss is a cokehead, by the way. He's a fucking loser. He's a fucking loser, and he's
But he's not going to be your boss much longer.
He's a douchebag. No, he's
So
not.
he's a Coke guy, doesn't like Pepsi?
No, he'll email me at 4:30 in the morning, and he'll tell me where I'm going, or he'll text me at 10, 11 at night, tell me where I'm going tomorrow, or he'll just forget. Total loser. Pretty boy, rich boy. His dad's a criminal too.
From Yardley.
No, from the Chester County area.
Oh, wow.
And he's rich. Is that rich there, Chester? I thought Chester.
Chester County.
Where's Chester County? Like, what's in Chester County? What's a neighborhood in Chester County?
Westchester.
Oh.
Downingtown. Chad's Ford.
Oh.
Yeah. Kenneth Square.
Oh, Kennett Square!
You know?
I do know Kennett Square. Not
Yeah.
really.
Well,
not
we got
really.
5 minutes. Let's kill 5 more minutes for the people.
I think we've already killed 54.
Come on, for the people. Matt doesn't believe in the Confederate flag. He's offended by it.
I don't understand. I mean, I could go on, and I'm not going to go on. I don't think that you should have a Confederate flag.
I think that people should be able to do whatever they want.
If they want to,
we live in a
do it,
free
I'm not-
country.
I don't want them to be arrested.
But you know what I don't like?
Good
You know what
point.
I don't like? And I'm not saying they should be outlawed, but I can't stand the goddamn veil on the Muslim women's faces walking down the street in the city. It's disgusting.
Okay, listen. That I don't agree with. But if the woman, okay, there are bad whites, there are bad blacks, there are bad Hispanics, there are bad Muslims. There are good whites, good Hispanics, good blacks, good Muslims. Some Muslim people don't have a problem. That's their culture.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to change their culture. Do I agree with that? No. They're not allowed to eat at the table with men. They're not allowed to walk down the street
Poor girls.
in front of a man.
Poor freaking girls.
I don't agree.
It's disgusting.
Sharia law
It makes me sick.
is horrible, but that's not for me to decide. If you want to live under Sharia law, if you're fine with that, do it.
But in
West Side Story.
In a reality sense, do you think that they know that they're fine with it, or they've been brainwashed to believe
They're
that fine
brainwashed.
with
They're
it? Right,
brainwashed.
so-
They are.
I mean, I don't
Like
get
Catholics.
it. I don't get it.
Yeah,
I don't.
in many ways.
Yeah.
I agree.
I just don't. Yeah, well, one thing with your religion that I don't like is that you believe that
Here we go.
sexuals
It's
go,
oh,
Oh, it's funny.
go to hell. Like, I don't understand that.
I don't think they go to hell. I don't think the Pope says they go to hell.
I don't.
Pretty sure
Okay,
it does.
you know what? I don't know much about religion, so
No,
I don't want to get
I'm pretty
into
sure
it.
that they do. They believe that.
No, the Pope doesn't think that.
I think that the Catholic religion mandates that
No. Not the Pope.
a lifetime of suffering.
No, not the Pope.
Why?
The Pope doesn't. Look it up. I'm just telling you.
Okay, I just highly disagree with you, but
The Pope. I'm not talking about the last Pope. I'm talking about this Pope. That's
So-
another thing. The
so
Pope
did
can
he-
comment. Yeah. They
I just
They
think
make these
that has to
announcements.
be like, if
the world
way-
according to Matt.
No. The way I look at it is nobody would put themselves through. Nobody would put themselves through the suffering they go through being gay if they were. If they chose, they don't choose. I mean, it's
showed.
Maybe they like it.
I believe all people are equal, which is what Dr. Martin Luther King
The
believed.
Honorable Matt Blumenfeld, ladies and
Christopher
gentlemen.
Where's the
Columbus.
applause? Where's the applause? Matt believes that all people are
Okay,
equal.
that does it for yet another exciting episode of the Unfinished Basement podcast. I hope that you will come out and support Do or Die's charitable 5-year anniversary.
We'll be
event.
there.
Sunday, August 28th.
I'll be there.
I'll be there. And so if you see me, say hi. I'm balding. And Godspeed for Bill and Tim.
I might include that 251 of the lost episode at the end of this episode since I have 3 minutes.
Do it.
I think I'm going to.
Do it. My boss is a cokehead.
Welcome to another exciting edition of the Unfinished Basement podcast alongside
Bill, Tim.
I am Matt, and I did want to start off with a couple things. One thing, I want to apologize to our loyal listeners for my actions in last week's show. I was a little downtrodden, and I want to apologize not only to our... I think that water's a week old.
I'm good with it.
Okay. And I want to apologize...
That's not water!
And I want to apologize to my co-host.
Yeah, it's not necessary.
No, it's really not.
Okay, well
It's
then,
really not.
Then I also want to say, Do or Die Hair Salon is having their 5-year anniversary.
I would like to
Coming up.
apologize. Before you get into the Do or Die, I'd like to apologize for being right all the time. You know what I mean? I don't mean it, and when I am, I'm passionate about it. But for being overzealous, I apologize.
I love the word overzealous.
Thank you.
But Do or Die Hair Salon has 5-year anniversary coming up on Sunday. I
Been a hell of a 5 years, girls.
Yeah.
Hell of a 5 years.
Flew right by.
Jesus
it did-
Christ.
okay, they're having
When they started, I didn't even have a unibrow.
Wow.
I didn't.
Wow.
okay. Are you guys done?
We are.
Okay. 5-year anniversary on Sunday. They will have prizes, games, haircuts. Will also portions of the proceeds will go to the school. for charity.
Hatboro.
Yes.
Yeah.
And one thing we love here not only is charity but education.
Oh, God.
yeah.
Yeah. We're big on that. We
Okay.
are big on that.
I will be there on Sunday. So if you'd like an autograph, if our
Yep.
listeners
Yep.
will be there, I will
Yep.
be there. I don't know what exact time. I have to call Lindsay
Are you
tomorrow.
setting up the table?
I'm gonna set up the
Unfinished
table, yes,
basement
with,
table?
with pictures.
Oh,
yeah. There'll be
yeah.
like headshots of us, and we will.
Matt, I'll have a stack
Why
of
don't we
headshots
bring this
there.
table? Why don't we donate this table for the day? You know what I mean?
Well, I think it's the only one we have.
Yeah.
So chances are we're allowed to use this.
So I'm gonna be there. I don't know when, but I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna get my hair cut and give some money to charity.
I hope you
to
take out a
education.
portion of your day for autographs. You know there's going to be a lot.
I don't think my autographs will be needed that day, but
Well, it's for charity. So,
it
you
is
know,
for charity. So if
that'll
you
be
are a
$10
loyal
an
listener-
autograph from Matt Blumenfeld.
and we will keep 6 of it, and 4 will go to charity.
Yeah, absolutely.
So maybe we can
The
get some.
American-